and good morning everyone. This is Parveen. Today we are on third session of class 9 civics chapter 1 democracy in contemporary world. In our last two videos or in our last two sessions we have seen two factual cases of democracy, that is case of Chile and Poland. In Chile we have seen that there was a democracy. First there was a democracy of Allende, and then afterwards, because of some conflict, there was a military dictatorship of Pinochet. Then we have seen about the Poland, where there is one party system, and after one party system there is a democracy, or people want democracy, so they have democracy. So in both the cases of Chile and Poland, we have seen that first they are having a different kinds of government, and after that they have a democracy. And they want democracy because they know afterwards they know the importance of democracy. Now in this particular session we are going to learn about the difference between that two types of government which we have in Chile and Poland, and we will also see common features of different democratic government in Poland and Chile. And then in comparison of these two cases we'll learn about the features of democracy in contemporary world. Now we will start with difference between Chile and Poland government. In Chile we have seen that first there is a government of Allende, democratic government of Allende. But because rich people and landlords are not happy with that government, there was a military dictatorship of Pinochet. So in Chile we have seen that there is a military dictatorship of Pinochet, but Pinochet openly favored capitalism. He openly favored capitalism or military dictatorship. He was against the democratic rule or democratic policies. In Poland, we have seen that there is a communist rulers, but they did not favor capitalism openly, but they are ruling. They are saying that they are ruling on behalf of the working class. But they are not ruling on behalf of the working class, but they are working as a dictator, because there is a one-party system and people don't have a choice to elect their representative or to elect their ruler by their own or by their choice. Because there is a one-party system, no other party was allowed to contest in elections. So people don't have a choice to have their own government, or have the government which they want, or have the ruler which they want. So when we are talking about the Chile and Poland, in both the cases, we can see that there is a military dictatorship. In one case we have seen that there is a military dictatorship, and in second case we have seen that there is a dictatorship. But both the dictatorship is having a difference, because in Chile, Pinochet, a military dictator, he openly favored capitalism, and he was openly against the democratic rules or democratic policies. But in Poland, there was a rule of communist party, and there was a one party system. That means they are accepting the democracy, but they are not giving a people freedom to select their own government, to elect their own government. Because there is only one party and no other party was allowed to contest an election. No other party is allowed to have, or there is no freedom to have another party in Poland. So there is one party system which restricts people to choose their own government, and they are saying that they are ruling on behalf of the working class. So both these dictatorship is having some differences. But when we talk about the common features of Chile and Poland government, because both the government or both the country is having a dictatorship, they share some common features, like people could not choose or change the rulers. People have no right to choose their own rulers. People have no right to elect their representatives who can rule the government or who can rule the country on behalf of the people. Because in Chile there is a military dictatorship, and in Poland there is only one party system. So people don't have choice of, there is no elections, you can say. And people could not choose or change the rulers because they don't have a right. They don't have any political right, both in Poland and Chile. Secondly, we can say that there was no freedom of expression or opinions. People don't have any kind of freedom. People don't have any kind of social freedom. They are not allowed to express their feelings or opinions regarding the government because they don't have a right to choose their government. They don't have a right, they don't have any right to talk against their government. They don't have a right to express their views, their opinions regarding the government or country's policies. So there is no social freedom and there is also no political freedom because people have no right to organize any kind of political party. They don't have a right to organize any pressure groups or any other groups. So there is no political freedom, there is no social freedom, and there is no elections. So we can say that in Poland and Chile, when we talk about the dictatorship, there are certain common features which we can see. That is, people could not choose or change the rulers. They don't have any kind of social rights because they are not allowed to show their opinions or views or expressions regarding the government or regarding the country. And they also don't have any political right because they are not allowed to create political organizations or make political parties, because in Chile there is a military dictatorship and in Poland there is one party system. Now when we talk about dictatorship in Chile and Poland, we can see that there is a democratic government. In Chile, first we are having a democratic government of Allende, and after Pinochet there was a restoration of democracy through which Michelle Bachelet became the first woman home minister, first woman defense minister in Chile. And in Poland, there is a Welese government, Welese democratic government. Now we will see what these three democratic governments, what ideology these three democratic governments have. First, we will see Allende. When we are talking about the democratic government of Allende, we can see that in Chile, Allende wants to control on big industries. Why Allende wants to control on big industries? Because Allende wants to give work to landless laborers or those who are unemployed. He wants economic equality in Chile. That is why his government is concentrating more on controlling the big industries, big powers, so that economic power will not be in one hand or not be in few hands. Secondly, when we talk about Welese democratic government in Poland, we can say that Welese democratic government, the main aim was to make market free, so that there is no government control on economy or there is no government control on economic power or markets. Thirdly, when we talk about Bachelet, when there is a restoration of democracy in Chile, Michelle Bachelet becomes the defense minister. Her government, her democratic government is having, she's thinking about both. She's thinking about the freedom, both economic and political. She wants to give economic and political both freedom to its people or its citizens, citizens of a country. So over here we can say that three of these democratic government is having different ideologies or different ideas. Allende wants economic equality, Welese wants economic freedom, and Michelle Bachelet wants both political and economic freedom. Now, keeping in mind all these things, we can see what are the features of democracy. First, we can say that when we are talking about the democracy, as we say that democracy is for the people, of the people, or by the people. That means people are having all the rights in democracy. The very first or a very important, first and foremost right of freedom or right of people in democracy is that people have a power or people exercise a power through which they can elect their own government. They can decide that who can rule upon them, who can rule upon their country. So people are having a right to choose their own government, to choose their own rulers, or to choose their own representatives through elections. There is one procedure in democracy which is called as elections. We all know about that. Through elections, people or we are having a right, as a citizen of a country, we are having a right to elect our own government. We are having a right to choose our own elected representatives who can rule upon us, who can rule upon our country. Secondly, people enjoyed political freedom. All the political freedom was enjoyed by people, like elections. People can choose their own government. They can make parties, political parties. Any political party can contest an election. Each and every citizen is having a right to vote. All these things says that in a democratic government, people enjoy political freedom. People also have freedom to express their views, freedom to organize, and freedom to protest. That means people are having a freedom to express their views and opinions regarding the government or against the government. If they are feeling that government is not working properly, people are having a right to express their views against the government. People also have a right to organize political parties, to organize pressure groups, to organize social groups. And people have a freedom to protest against the government. So all these are the features of democracy. In this particular session, we have seen the difference between Chile and Poland. We have also seen 3 different kinds of democratic government in Chile and Poland, and different features of democracy. I hope you have understand this. In our next session, we will see next topic. Till then, thank you.